cool. Should be going live right about now. What's up, YouTube? Welcome in. Happy New Year, Ryan. How is everybody doing, guys? Keep hitting same new year, same guidelines. Be respectful, and every 1,000 likes, we will visit our dear friend Penelope. So, we're here. Happy New Year. Ariana, hello. How is everyone? What's up, Ryan? I see you over here on the tube that use. Everybody having a good new year so far? Put something happy in the comments before we get into all the bullshit, because in 2026, they are not stealing our joy. So, something good happened to you recently. Put it in the comments. Spread that joy. One fell swoop. What's up? Oh, hell yeah, Ariana. I love that. I love that. I will say I posted 2 videos earlier today. Are they groundbreaking? No. Should you watch them? Of course. Because I've gotten less than like 30 views on each. I've never gotten so few views. I don't know what's going on, but we're here, we're talking, we're still going to make it work. Um, and at our first 1,000 likes, of course, we're going to visit Penelope, and then I will tell you guys why I wasn't on yesterday. It is quite the story. So we'll see. We'll see, but keep hitting those like buttons. And guys, if you're new here, welcome to Red, White, and WTF. We're not left versus right. We are power versus people, because right now the people in those in power have their boot on the people's necks. My New Year's, it started off, well, my New Year's Eve started off really great. It was fabulous. Um, and then it got not so fabulous. So after we visit Penelope the first time, I will tell you why it got not so fabulous. And then we'll talk about it and how I think we as a society can just simply do better and should simply do better. Um, it was a, a very eye-opening experience, I guess. Carolyn, hello. I'm glad I'm finding people that feel the way I do. Well, Texas, I hope there are more Texas people like you. I grew up in Alabama. I live in San Diego now. Cujo, what's up? Welcome in. Armand, hello. Um, and I've met really cool people from Texas, and we do have similar beliefs, because like we are beyond left versus right. We need to accept that. That if there's one thing we do this year, we got to agree on that, because Jesus Christ. And again, that's just like, all right, well, hold on, guys. We already got 1,000, so give me 1 second. So that's my joy for today. Me and someone with the name Texas, we're agreeing on a political stance. That is, we are beyond politics. What? I don't understand what's going on. I learned how to make ranch cheddar burgers. Okay. I like that. I like that. You know what? My English may not line up tonight. It's been a day. It's been a day. Not a necessarily bad day. Ebbs and flows. Ebbs and flows. But so we can talk about it. What happened my New Year's Eve? I was out at a bar with my friends. None of us planned to stay out till midnight. Um, and we were going to stick to that plan. Like, genuinely, we were going to stick to that plan. People had to work the next day. But as we were at our local bar, which, if you're new to this page, it was a gay bar, we see these 2 guys walk in with these very, like, young looking girls. Um, and so I'm kind of spooked, but I saw them get ID'd at the door. So I was like, all right, like, I don't work security bars anymore. I'm not trying to like tell someone how to do their job. And the girls were like, they're pretty intoxicated. And then suddenly one starts like falling asleep at the bar. Now I know, like we know the owners, and we know one of the bartenders there that was working. So we let them know. But then as we were letting them know, this one guy who was like placing his hand very inappropriately at the given situation of the level of intoxication of this person, he walks off with 2 girls. So me and my buddy Kevin, we walk down and we follow them. We keep a safe distance, just making sure, like, hopefully he's going to prove me wrong and he's a good guy. He's going to put her in an Uber and get her home. Well, that doesn't happen. They just disappear. And next thing I know, He's trying to get back into the bar we were just at. And I was like, where the fuck did you take those girls? Because they were fucking gone. This motherfucker said to me, what girls? They were sitting right beside us in the bar for over a fucking hour. Um, so obviously my red flag's going off. I'm now talking to the security guard. I'm like, bro, you can't let them back in here. Like the girl just, where is the girl? So we get her other friend that's hanging around that isn't saying much. She looked, I swear to God, she looked 12. She said she was 19. She looked fucking 12. Um, wasn't speaking that much. Like it was kind of a weird situation, but she had her friend's location and it was in the bar next door. I don't like the bar next door. It gets too crowded. It's not my thing. Here nor there. I told the security guards, keep in mind, I used to be a security guard in this same neighborhood. I told these security guards, hey, we think a girl is in danger there. Like she could have been, you know what? She could have consumed something without her knowledge. And they said, oh, you're just going to have to get in the back of the line. I was like, I'm not trying to go inside. I'm trying to get you to go find this girl. So we're trying to figure out everything. Girl comes outside. She's like barely functioning, barely has a palpable pulse. She's so tachycardic, so cold, just not. I literally, I don't know where my sweater went that night, but I like took my own sweater off. Um, and put it around this girl. And then the dude pops up like, well, she's my coworker. The same one that denied, the same fucking one that denied knowing her is like, that's my coworker. I'm worried about her. Don't worry. We're getting there. What's up? Hello, hello. Thank you for the share. So me and multiple people called 911. Um, we would have literally been faster if I carried that girl over my shoulder. It was a whole fucking thing. So the guy starts putting hands on my friends, puts hands on me. So I'm equally trying to like diffuse the situation, but he's antagonizing all of my friends, and my friends will fucking fight. They didn't, but they will. And so as I'm like arguing with this guy, because my friends are with the girl, my other friends are on the phone with 911. Um, I'm like actively, and I encourage everyone to do this if God forbid you're ever in this situation, question them out loud. Because I was like, just tell me why. I just want to know why you now say she was your coworker and then claimed you were never at the bar and never walked away with her when you're on camera. And like his whole buddy was involved. So at this point, we had already been failed by two different bar security, men in general. No offense, no offense. But then the cops show up. The cops laugh in my friend's face, saying that what happened never happened, even though we had multiple people's firsthand accounts that were willing to talk to them. Um, Laughed in the faces. So I get their ID numbers and stuff, and he's still just laughing like I'm not going to do anything. SDPD Officer Warner. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. And so we get the girl in the, I obviously, you guys know, I used to work medical. I know paramedics are going to show up. They're going to be like, all right, clear out, clear out, clear out. So I just stood by, let them know what we had witnessed. And then I talked to the cops and I was like, you guys really aren't going to do anything. He put hands on four different fucking women and another man, possibly date, you know what, like put something in something that someone consumed. I got to follow guidelines. Thank you so much for the heart me. And they just fucking laughed again. So Officer Warner, or Officer, yeah, Officer Warner, yeah, don't worry, don't worry, gotcha. Because he also didn't have his body cam on. None of them did. And I'm not doing this to say that all men are bad or evil. I'm not doing this to say that all cops are bad or evil. But if you saw something like that, it is your job to investigate it. Plain and fucking simple. Plain and fucking simple. So we ended up, thankfully, because those guys went to the hospital. That's what we were trying to prevent. So we ended up taking the one friend to the hospital. I like bought the security guards tacos, told the nurses station what was up. But like at that point, I know medically I have nothing I can do here. Um, but what's so sad is that that girl is going to have to go to work on Monday with that same guy. It is disgusting. That whole fucking situation, like it turned a great celebration into women having to protect women. And I'm not saying this to belittle anyone. I'm saying this to raise awareness. If something doesn't feel right in your gut, pay attention to it. Pay attention to it because that was just, I was so scared she was going to be affect. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was worried about, especially when then he denied not knowing her. But that was my New Year's Eve. That's why I decided to take yesterday off. I spent it just vegging out, watching, unfortunately, watching Bama get their ass beat by Indiana. But we just vegged out. But we're back today, back on our bullshit, if you will. Um, but please, if you see something, please say something because hopefully 99% of the time you're going to be wrong. Ryan, can you do your thing, please? Um, 99% you're going to be wrong, but it's that 1%. What if you're right? Because I even talked to the dude's friend and I was like, listen, buddy, I don't know you guys, but your friend looks real fucking guilty and I want to know why. Like, what do you know? And he's like, I don't know anything. Da, 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 da. Fall and wow. Ooh. Talking about why women need to protect women and then threats are thrown from a man. Jesus Christ, dude. You can't make it up. But we are at 6,000 likes. Thank you so much. I'm going to visit Penelope. Then we're going to talk about why biologically I think we should let someone just keep doing what he's doing. Give me 1 second. So we know that there's been some articles coming out where is bragging about taking 3 cognitive tests, right? Let's talk about cognitive tests and what they're for. They exist to flag a problem. You don't have to. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. If I've missed your follows, your comments, I apologize. Um, I was in the story. It deserved to be told, but I'm back with you guys now. The fifth grader could pass those tests. They absolutely could, but the thing about having to take repeat cognitive exams, that only happens if you don't do well on them. Like you don't just take cognitive tests for fun. It's not a hobby, that you do. Um, then shortly, either right after or right before that, he was bragging that he takes 4 times the recommended daily dose of aspirin. Like the recommended dose is 81 milligrams. Thank you, Go for the heart me. Um, yeah, his brain is mush, but he takes 4 times the amount, and even said in a statement that the doctors told him he needs to lower it, but he's a little superstitious, and that's why he won't. He then came out in a different article and basically said that his McDonald's order, I believe, is a Diet Coke, fries, a Big Mac, a quarter pounder, and a fucking fish fillet. Thank you so much, Go. And to all of that information, I'm not giving any medical diagnosis, but what I do know with the medical knowledge I have, let him keep doing everything he's doing. Leave it to biology, people. Leave it to fucking biology. Because ain't no way. There is no. The fact that he can walk right now, I'm surprised. Ryan, thank you so much for the dolphins. Cynthia, I saw someone on a comment. I think it was on one of Aaron Parnas's posts about it, and someone said, "Tell him that Obama takes 4 times that amount." There you go, Allie. Exactly. I'm glad you all are picking up what I'm putting down. So I know times are rough. We want to try to get control of it, but when it comes to that, let him, babies. Let him. To check your mind, especially after a full or a mini stroke. And you know what's so funny, Michelle, is that um, extended high dose aspirin use can actually lead to stroke, hemorrhagic stroke. Cynthia, thank you so much for the heart me. And you can look that up. That is scientifically proven. Because anytime you take blood, he said he takes so much because he doesn't want thick blood pouring into his heart. So he wants thin blood at his age. Let them. Just let them. Let them. Just keep your peace. Let them. You know? But, new year, same bullshit. What do you guys want to talk about? You guys let me know. We'll get it going. Thank you for allowing me to vent about my New Year's Eve and to just raise awareness about, well, situational awareness. Well, Pam, narcissists always telling on themselves. There was an EP survivor that said every regarding said every accusation is a confession. Sis, you see the weather at the Rose Bowl. So here's the thing. Oh, I thought you were calling me sis. I was like, all right. Anyways, we're not even gonna. Anyways, Rose Bowl. My fucking hot boss went. Hot boss was at the Rose Bowl. Why didn't I go to the Rose Bowl? Honestly, Alabama got their fucking asses kicked. I would have been pissed off the whole fucking time. And I know it rained for a little bit, but it ended up being beautiful at the end of it. You know? It's just, but if I would have had to see her and deal with a loss, it would not have been good. But I am glad because she was like, I never really pay attention to college football. I'm in it now. And I was like, fuck yes. I'm trying to get more people to watch college football. I will say it till I'm blue in the fucking face. I'm sorry. College football, better than NFL. Did you see the Orange Bowl? How bad the Ducks destroyed Texas? I did. I did. And you know what? I was happy. What's up, Simply Lovely? Welcome in, and thank you so much for the heart me. Guys, we still got 40 minutes on here at 10K. I will visit Penelope once more, but I do want to say Happy New Year's. I hope you guys brought it in the best way possible. Again, for me, it was I kind of wish I wouldn't have come out, but then I was like, but what if I wouldn't have come out, you know? But hey, it is what it is. Yesterday was great. Today's been fucking great. Have a MAGA New Year. What? Agree. I prefer college football over professional. Exactly. Dude, me and my friend before all of that shit happened, we got in a fight at the bar because she was like, "College football should have more games. Like it doesn't make sense." And I was like, "Dude, they're in fucking college trying to get an education. That's why they can't. Like their schedules don't allow for it." She was like, "But they got a month and a half off." Like, bruh, God forbid a college student has a break where at Alabama they're still training the whole fucking time. They get like 2 days off for Christmas if the schedule allows for it. That's just like a known Christmas or a known Alabama thing. A very, they're strict, but that discipline doesn't always show on the field. Your Canes did so good. Nice, nice. Boomer Sooner love college football. Well, I apologize about that ass whooping we gave you guys. Just to go then and fumble Indiana, like, although I will say, if you watch the game, Alabama versus Indiana, when what they called an incomplete, that was a fucking fumble. He had full control. He made two fucking steps with that ball, fumbled it, and we fucking recovered. And they said it was an incomplete. Come on. But Indiana deserved it. It was well played. Alabama did not show up as the team that I'm used to, but that's okay. That's okay. There's always next season. I mean, we're still the most winningest national football champions in the league, and we're part of the SEC, which dominates. So, but Indiana they played good football. They played good football. But back to it, is there anything political you guys want to talk about, or do we want to take it easy since today is Friday? You guys let me know, but we did hit 10K, so I am going to go visit our dear friend Penelope. I just fucking said Penelope. Penelope. Anything? You guys want to go political, or you want to keep it mainstream? Are you saying Democrats are evil? Well, this is a page that knows that we're beyond right versus left. My political beliefs are as follows. I think anyone should be able to do whatever the fuck they want, as long as it does not harm or unalive anyone or anything, or impede on or take away the rights of others. I also think that food, housing, education, and healthcare should be affordable and accessible. Ooh, such scary beliefs. And if you're wondering why I'm looking away and you're just tuning in, we are also live on the tube that use. So if you ever miss a live, go to the tube that use, follow me there. You can catch the lives later because they save. And I believe today I did everything right. The feed looks pretty good. The picture's okay. Chat box is working. So I managed it today somehow. But if you haven't hit follow yet, please do. One thing I am curious about, have you guys heard about the potential New Year's Eve attack in North Carolina that was Thwarted. Gift goal. Oh, I think we reached it. I'll do another one. Um, Set up a new goal. We'll just do roses. We'll keep it easy. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. But so yeah, they keep using the word thwarted, um, which just hits my ear the wrong way in terms of pattern recognition. So I was like, you know what? Let me look into this because I don't trust anything Cash Patel does. Because what? Yeah, the media doesn't lie. LOL. You're right. The media doesn't lie. Um, so apparently it was an 18-year-old. Uh, they're saying he was in contact with an unidentified ISIS member overseas, yet he was caught because of an undercover agent. They said his plan, he brilliantly, a handwritten note that says New Year's Attack 2026. That's what he named his little sketch and his whatever his plan. Where they seized, this is in a home, by the way, a home, two hammers and two KNIVES in a home, which I have more than that in mind because it came in my set. You know what I mean? I actually do have two hammers because I had a single one and then one came in a toolkit that I own. Just saying. And apparently his plan, he was targeting Christians, Jewish people, and get this, LGBTQIA plus, but his plan was at a grocery store and a Burger King and was to apparently target 20 to 21 people. Now, at this point, I haven't said anything. I'll let you guys do with that what you will, but does that make any goddamn sense? Any goddamn sense. Hello, hello, Samantha. Welcome in, and Ryan, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you guys. And if I missed anything in the comments, let me know. Just re-comment and keep hitting that like button. At 15, I will take another visit with our friend Penelope. But yeah, it just like doesn't make any sense at all. Hello, hello. Is it wait, hold on. Wait, already said hello to Samantha. So Bella, hello, hello. Work today. This year I feel like work is going to be what I make it. When I did the holiday schedule for us, I scheduled myself. Something told me, put yourself a standby, mentally prepare to go in. Had to go in for a little bit, not the whole day, so it was cool. I worked remote a lot of it, but it was so embarrassing because I was trying to tell them like not to panic about. I just asked a question and they were like, "No, it's okay. We'll come in and help you. We'll do this, or we can wait till Monday. We'll just do it that morning." And everything I was sending, because it was first thing in the fucking morning, was sounding bitchy. So I put it in Chat GPT and I was like, please polish this, make it sound less shitty. And it was, I fucked up and copied it twice. And so they knew it was Chat GPT. So I had to then message them and was like, I hope that didn't sound fucking weird. It literally sounds that way because I was trying not to be a bitch because I just want to be more proactive than reactive this year with my job because it's my last year with them. It's my love letter to the company I'm with right now. And I want to leave it better than I found it. So it was a good day. It had ebbs and flows, a little communication issues, but overall, it was pretty good. Pretty good. JP is he's just grinning at me over there. What are you doing? What are you up to? Hmm. How long have I been with my company? Almost 13 months. Almost 13 months. But this is my first job since I left the medical field. And so I had to like re-find my identity through this company. The people that I work with now are the ones that gave me the support and just the confidence to go forward with Red, White, WTF. Um, and it's less the company, more the people. And I just want to make sure that, when I leave, things are just better, But that's just me. I always want to leave somewhere better than I found it. And sometimes I succeed in that, sometimes I don't. Obviously, we're not perfect people, but yeah. But let's see what's going on ground news. And again, no, I am not sponsored. Should I be? Please. Even if it's just so I don't have to pay for the Vantage plan, which isn't even really that expensive. But like if they were like, yeah, just like plug us because they have all the news sources. So I feel more confident doing that because it's left, right, center, international, everything. Um, so shout out Ground News if you just like want to pay for a year membership. I'm severely underselling myself, but wait, hold on. Federal judge in Kentucky dismissed Louisville's proposed settlement with the U.S. DOJ over police reforms. Justice Department conducted an investigation into the Louisville Police Department alleging discrimination, excessive force, and invalid warrants because that happened. They have initiated some reforms since Breonna Taylor's death, including banning no-knock warrants and a behavioral health program for some 911 calls. None of that is crazy. Ryan, thank you so much for the roses. And they just dismissed it. So that's just fucking, that's, that's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. But what else? Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Should I keep leading the conversation? We are now almost at 16,000. So give me 1 second. One question. Do you guys know anyone that received the emails from a couple days ago asking for money? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I have to be very careful at how I'm phrasing things. Obviously, we've only gotten 18 in here all night. Um, my page is suppressed. But okay, so I'm gonna just pop them up for you. I have a Truth Social app. You heard about that? Let me pop. What's up, guys? Welcome in, by the way. Let me pop some of these up. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys read that. Sorry, all the words don't show up, but essentially, he is telling those that subscribe to his emails that if they don't send him money right now, within the next hour, it literally says within the next hour, that Dems are going to give that same money to undocumented immigrants. Now, this was days ago. Obviously, this hasn't happened. So, obviously, this is a lie. But this is a fucking phishing email. Are you kidding me? He is robbing Peter to pay Peter. He wants you. Yeah, Ernie. It's crazy. Um, but the thing is people fall for this shit. But they don't think about this man is asking me to pay him so he'll give me money. Like best case scenario in that, right? Best case scenario is that they get a stimmy that's like the exact same amount. Worst case scenario is it went straight to his fucking personal bank account. Then there was one. It was like my three thing. That it was first it was stop the steal. Now it's stop the boil. It doesn't even like sound right. Um, but another thing after the whole robbing Peter to pay Peter. Is Mike Johnson ever going to let the House go back into session? No funds can be reappropriated or even released without congressional approval, meaning the House would have to be in session. But he knows as soon as he brings the House back in session that Pam Bondi is going to face contempt proceedings. Blue states won't give us the money. What the fuck do you mean blue states won't give us the money? Blue states are donor states in a large majority. Clock in and clock out. What? I'm confused. TikTok, what's up? Welcome in. Wait, that better not be three of those. That better have been 4Ks. But guys, we're almost at 20,000. 20,000, I'll visit the Penelope again. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I mean, I know things are bleak. I'm still, thank you so much for the follow, Southern Hat. I know things feel bleak. I still try to remain hopeful. Um, because like some of this shit is just getting too hard not to see, right? But yet, they said he was picking out marble for the new ballroom today. Who approves that money? Think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying and what side you're talking. You know what I mean? I can't say it because of a certain reason, but um, they're supposed to be halting construction on that altogether. Snarky AF, welcome in. Be good. Hello, hello. But yeah, I know times are bleak. I'm still trying to remain a little a little hopeful. It's just too early in the year to feel this hopeless. I live in California and I don't agree with all of the laws here, but I like what the fuck is your point in all of this? California still did that and is still a fucking donor state. Like for every dollar I pay in taxes, I get roughly 75 to 78 cents in federal like assistance back or whatever. Um, and I'm okay with that. I know I that's fine. If it's going to help people, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being a donor state. So like you can't really use that argument with someone who lives here and is fine. And if Jason, if you live here, take transit. I do. It's fine. Big ass hole in the White House wasn't what anyone, trust me, I know. Like makes me nauseous to think about, truthfully. And I know that like what the White House was built on wasn't necessarily the best terms, but it is symbolic for America, and what's being done to it right now. When he got rid of the Rose Garden, I don't know why that affected me the way it did, but it did. What about servers? Are you talking about the no tax on tips, except what they don't tell you is that that caps at 25,000. Here in California, servers, I'm not saying servers are rich, but with the culture like they can get $25,000 rather quickly and then it's all taxed like normal. Like the Rose Garden is garbage. It's garbage now. It's a huge and it's a temporary deduction, by the way. Yeah, it's not long standing. And guess when it expires? Oh, the next time that they're up for fucking election again. Like I'm saying for everything we lost with that big beautiful bill, it's not worth it. And servers are agreeing with me. I'm not saying it's not good, but I'm saying in what we lost out on, it's not equivalent. It's just not. Same with the no tax on overtime. It's just fucking not. Because it also has a cap and an expiration date. Like, if 2 million people, I'm sorry, but if 2 million people could still be on the medical care they're about to get kicked off of because of the one big beautiful bill, and I'm taxed on my overtime, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh my God. They make you so happy with so little while taking so much. And it's a very disheartening thing to see. Plain and simple. Lily Spot, welcome back in. Slacker Games, hello. You actually have to work now. Um, what? What the fuck do you mean? I have a full-time job. I'm literally saying that I am okay with them taxing me more if people can afford and not be kicked off of their health care. What did that said? Oh my God, I have to go back to work. I go to work every fucking day. Literally, what the fuck? And again, every night we have one. Someone that can look of low IQ simultaneously on two platforms. I literally said I would. If there was a way to do that, I would. I would love to know that my tax dollars were going to that instead of going to fucking billionaires' tax breaks. So go a fucking head. If I can delegate where my taxes are going, let's fucking do it. All right, fair enough, fair enough. We'll back off, we'll back off. Like, you're mad at the wrong people, Bubs. You are mad at the wrong people. But yeah, no, I agree though. Moira, thank you so much for the heart meet. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back in. Yeah, I would love to volunteer the taxes that I'm already going to have to pay. I would love to volunteer them to certain areas. Yeah, no, I know. Dead internet is alive and well. Yeah, no, absolutely, Cujo. Absolutely. Well, you're saying, okay, volunteer your taxes, and I'm saying, okay. What aren't you understanding? Like, I'm honestly asking Lisa, welcome back in. Exactly. Exactly. Because in Izzy, hello, hello, in Izzy, they got subsidized housing, universal health care, free or low cost higher education. And if you didn't know, we're $38 trillion in debt and just promised another 8.6 billion to buy Izzy F-15s. Freeloading left. What about what I just said was freeloading? I said I would love to be able to volunteer my taxes to go to where I think my taxes should go and not billionaires. That that means my income tax, which means I'm not freeloading. That's actually the fucking opposite. Cat lad. Like what the fuck? I don't get it, guys. People on EBT don't pay taxes. Well, that's not true because if you have a low income job and you could still qualify for EBT and you're paying income taxes. So, like, numerous high profile companies, including Tesla. What about them? When they buy food, yeah, no, it is taxed. We got sales tax, there's property tax, whether you pay that directly because you're privileged enough to own a home or indirectly through rent. Okay, and I don't give a fuck. Because if those big guys are leaving, that means smaller companies that haven't had the chance, yes, there's sales tax on food. What? You didn't know there's sales tax on food? Bot. That's fucking bot energy, bro. But you're from where? Okay. Oh, the Oklahoma, the state that you could have given all of the children K through 12 school lunches and you voted no on that. Things are making sense now. Things are making sense. Bruh. Oh my God. Randy AF. Hello. Jolena. Happy New Year, Jolena. Happy New Year. Welcome back in. Shout out in the new year to all of my mods on here. I appreciate you all. Glenn, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. You claim to be educated, but don't see the patterns. Is this motherfucker what point out the pattern? And I'll point out some patterns too. I can give you a book that points out what's happening right now that was written in 2016. It's called On Tyranny by Timothy Snyder. Give that shit a read and talk about patterns. Ryan, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate it. Rachel, welcome in. And we hit 20K. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Michael the Pod, what's up? Welcome in. Lisa, thank you for the 2026. I appreciate you guys. And if you already follow me on here, hit follow if you don't. I'm also on the tube that you use. We're dual streaming over there right now. And that means that every time you can't make a live for some reason, you can always go back and reference it. 19, well, I've got to be careful in what I say, Ernie. But yeah, absolutely. But I recommend this actually to anyone, whether you know about the patterns or not. It's a really quick read. No, I'm not sponsored. There's no link in this. I bought the book from a TikTok ad. But when I read it, it was it was so illuminating. Like it's like the truth is right in front of you, and this just like lifts the veil entirely. Thank you so much, Ernie. But it's 126 pages, but it's not like full size pages. You literally get through it. So I read it in a day. Like I took like notes and shit. So please, I encourage everyone to read more. Even if you didn't read a book last year, if you read one book this year, one, you've already beat your goal from last year. You're already better than last year. You make my day through your lives and make my day through your videos as well. Well, thank you so much, Ariana. I just let everybody know my videos for some reason are not getting pushed right now. Um, Last I checked, I had like 27 on one, I think 30 on another. I put out two today. Go check those out. We talked about some of the things in the comments, but it's good to see it all in a video all together when I'm not trying to reference in different things and it's a little more focused. We know my neurodivergent brain tends to ping pong. But yeah, please go check those out. And thank you for that. I appreciate that compliment because it helps me find joy in my day. Because what are they not stealing from us in 2026? Our motherfucking joy. Oh, here's another one. MAGA. It's like a frog ribbit. Our joy, our happiness. Exactly. Exactly. Because we're celebrating the little and the big things. Oh, Ryan, he's just going to say it. Trump. Like, promises made, promises kept. Andrea, thank you, thank you, thank you for the follow. Is it Andrea or Andrea? Either way, thank you. Oh, people think I go pretty hard sometimes, but it's you guys. It's my community. Y'all just fucking go after them. Ribbit, ribbit. That's what I'm gonna just start saying when they say MAGA. Just ribbit, and we're gonna know what it means. Cause, my God, what you can't make it up. MAGA. It's weird. Weird shit. Hmm. All right. What do you guys want to talk about? Also, remember the other day how I made that video and we had the conversation about Iran's president using the verbiage he did was not necessarily purposefully dangerous, but I said this administration was going to fully take advantage of that. Um, because we unprovoked struck in June, by the way, and have had no repercussions of it. Trump says U.S. will intervene if Iran, two words about unaliving someone, protesters. So Trump says he's going to intervene for protesters over there, but protesters here, he literally asks if they can be pew-pewed in the fucking knees. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. I swear. Hold on, let me pull up a few articles for you so you can. So obviously I find it on Ground News, but we've got the NZ Herald, Asia Times, Como News. There's a Dutch one that I cannot pronounce. Um, Independent, Centennial, Hudson, the Free Press, Daily Express. Um, yeah, no, we're still going. Interesting. There is there is a media outlet named Legal Insurrection, that I just found out about. Uh, of course, it's on the right with mixed to low or low to mixed factuality. That's interesting. No way. No, no, we've already had three mass you know whatings this year. Three. Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, Axios, Outlook India, like a lot of people are reporting about this. No mass pew pewings already. And again, I think it's important because like we had a few pew pewings last year that they took up a lot of media time, right? I'm not saying they're insignificant, but the numbers I give when I make posts about that, those aren't even included. CK, I don't think anyone should end that way. But he's not included in that statistic because you have to meet it's either 3 or 4 or more injured or not including. No, it doesn't because that's one person. I don't think anyone does, Ariana, but it's a very like real possibility these days. When there are more of those than there are days in the year, like I just don't get it. And here's the thing, I grew up hunting. I get it. I understand. But you don't need what a lot of these use for sport. You know what I mean? Dirty Bad. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's got to be three or more, not including the pew pewer themselves, to even qualify. So if that is what it takes to meet that, and we had more of those than days last year, and because of independent situations like CK, which again, I don't agree with what happened, but that coverage covered up Evergreen High School and their mass school pew pewing. Or I misspoke. It was just a school pew pewing, but it was like multiple kids. What? My friends? Who's my friend? Dirty Bad, thank you so much. Margie the cat, what's up? Welcome in. Yeah, it just shouldn't happen. It's not that it shouldn't happen to one side, it shouldn't happen to anyone. To anyone. That's, and I think we very quickly skipped over the fact that he will protect protesters in other countries, but not Americans. Like, but yet a guy had two sharps and exactly, exactly. That's the point. And that's just like there was like a group, it's called Turtle Island Liberation, either group or front something. Um First of all, Turtle Island is what indigenous communities still refer to as the like origin of America before we came over. Um but they said that they're a, I don't know why they threw in pro Palestine, like Palestine's doing something wrong. Pro Palestine, far left, um, anti law enforcement, anti America. So they said a far left group was going to attack in a far left state. because people, I'm saying because people consider California a far left state. I don't think it's far left enough, but they consider it far left, right? For argument's sake. And it was called Operation Midnight Sun. That's the fucking, first of all, why would far left attack far left? Second of all, that's a fucking movie title to that fucking, there's a book and a movie that like Bella Thorne was in called Midnight Sun. Like some of these things are just a little like, no, like just no. Oh, absolutely isn't. Absolutely isn't. I agree, Ariana. We're almost at 30K. Hold on. At 30K, I'll visit Penelope. I apologize. You guys are tearing it up. We got about 6 more minutes in here. So if you haven't hit follow yet, please do. And please go check out my post after this. I don't know why they're not getting circulated. But the one post that is, thank you so much, Donna. The one post that is that the one where MS Now was down for literally an hour and a half. I have to, weeks ago, it's now popping up. People are like, you're just rage baiting. This isn't real, despite it's the data's in the fucking caption. And I say on multiple comments, like, this is what was shown. It resolved in 1.5 to 2 hours. Yes, because we wouldn't have Biden. We would have Kamala because Biden didn't run or he dropped out. So you tell me, Greg Cousins, do you think Jill Biden was in the wrong because she has a doctorate in education and didn't know her husband had cancer? How? Tell me how. As someone that says you tell me, isn't it? Mods, do your fucking thing. You're an average liberal. How so? I just asked a question. In fact, I think it's beyond left versus right. My political beliefs are I think anyone should be able to do anything they want as long as it's not harm or unalive anyone or anything or impede on or take away the rights of others. I mean, anything, as long as it doesn't affect that. And also that healthcare, food, education, housing should be affordable and accessible. Nothing I said was free, never said anything about an open border, although I do think our immigration system is in need of serious reform. I believe in term limits. I think we should limit the number of appointments a president has, regardless of party. Um, no more lifelong appointments. If you are involved in making laws around cryptocurrency and around the stocks, you shouldn't be allowed, and your family should not be allowed to participate in those systems as you're serving. That's just, I'm just a crazy liberal lunatic. But we did reach now 31,000. Thank you guys so much. Give me 1 second. What is wrong with me? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I'm just like, we literally have someone in charge of this country that sent an email that said, if you don't send me money, I can't send you your tariff check. That's a fucking Ponzi scheme. Like, if you send me $10, I'm going to give you 100. It's not how it works. Best case scenario, best fucking case scenario is they would get that money back. Worst case scenario, meaning they're breaking even. Worst case scenario, they don't get it back. What? The Biden administration deported more people than this asshole in his first term. Like, and I don't agree with all of it. I don't agree with the way they went about it. Just don't like. I don't agree with the way with the drone strikes with Obama, with the deportation rates with Obama. I don't agree to it, but they happened. But you can't say that they literally have higher numbers and say, oh, they're worse at it. They're fucking terrible. It's like they see 1 plus 1 equals 2. Makes sense. Logical. Streamlined. And then see 1 minus 1 equals 87. And they pick 1 minus 1 equals 87. I just don't get it. But guys, let's get to 33K. Oh, we just hit an hour. Give me 1 second. It's the little slide thing. Cool. We just hit 1 hour. We're gonna stay on till we get to 30. Let's stay on till we reach 35,000. Might as well. We need the prosecutor, not the felon. Exactly. And agree. And again, I will say, because I live in California. She used to be DA here. Wasn't perfect, as no one is, but when she made mistakes, I'm specifically talking about like the whole truancy situation that happened. Um, she came forward and said it was a mistake. And what I don't under if Trump could take his ego down one fucking time and say, I made a mistake, bruh, his approval rating would go through the fucking roof. It would go through the roof. But he can't even do it. If I was born 10 years ago, how old would I be? I would be 10 years old. What? Oh, so you like Trump? What? What has anything I've said in this say I like Trump? Do you what? What? What the fuck? Anyways, you're what? I'm so confused. Ribbit. I'm just when they say that shit, just ribbit. What's up, guys? Welcome in. We did just reach 33,000. It is now 6 o'clock, which means I'm visiting Penelope one final time. Hit that follow button if you haven't already. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, probably midday. Got to go watch the Niners game in the evening. I'll let you guys know at least an hour before. So if you follow me, it's gonna pop up in my story. Yeah, no, no. This is what are you confused about? I'm gonna stay on to explain something. Why are you confused? Do you see this? It says New Year, same lies, and it has him looking like that. That's not in support. Like I said so. Ribbit. Oh, that's a welcome in. Welcome in. Frisbo, I did not. Alabama got their ass beat. I'll admit it. We talked about it earlier. I am very torn because if I would have went, one of someone I work with was there too. But they were rooting for Indiana. But it was also shitty weather. Um, but I didn't go to it. No, no. Although day of tickets went down to $76. $76. You said I'm so confused. What? I'm confused at why you think I like Trump. What about this fucking setup says I like Trump? Because I allow people to say that shit in the comments? Because they can. Like, this bitch is so good at gaslighting, she's got me thinking I'm confused. That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. Let's stay on till 35,000 for sure. Yeah, I was like, I didn't hit it that hard. You know what I mean? I was like, there's no way. We've only been on an hour. Thank you for the likes, Muffin Man. Yeah, no. I was like, what in the fuck is she talking about? Man, I don't, I just, I, what about this would make someone think that? Guys, we're almost at 35, which means I'm going to do a 5 second visit with our friend Penelope, and then I'm going to say goodbye and try not to cough. Whether I'll succeed or not is yet to be decided. But we're going to find out right now. Mm. Everybody, thank you for the comments, for the views, for the gifts, for the follows, just being here. I appreciate you all. I hope you're all having a great New Year's so far. Oh no. Tomorrow I'm going to go live sometime between either 11 or 1. I'll let you guys know an hour before. But thank you all. Thank you for the hand hearts. Hit follow if you haven't already. Go subscribe on the tube that you use. And I love you all. Bye, guys. All right, YouTube, that is it for us as well. Thank you so, so, so much. Um, even if it's only one or two of you, we're growing on here. We beat our 200 mark. Once we get to like 350, I'm going to start doing solo lives on here to hopefully bring some more people over. But you'll only know that if you tune in over here. So if you want it on the secret, keep tuning in. Bye, guys.